What's up, good people? Do women really need men in America? You know, that's a question I've been asking myself. Do they? I see so many single mothers out there. They're doing so good, but are they? How are their children doing? I mean, if you have a very good, amazing job and you receive a child support check every month, is that doing good? If your children have food on the table and go to a good school and dress up very well, and you're a single mother, and you can drop them to daycare anytime, is that really doing good? So, let me take you through a short story. A good man, a good family man from Kenya wins a green card. Yay! One of the most sought commodity in Kenya. You win a green card, everybody knows you're going to heaven. Your life has changed. Your status gets from the lower class to the highest class. People start viewing you differently immediately, and now you're the boss. But this good man wins the green card, and of course, people celebrate. He celebrates. His wife celebrates. The children, who are now early teens, celebrate, and they do whatever it takes. They sell off the house and come to America. And yay! They have arrived and they get hosted, and after a few months, maybe weeks actually, the husband realizes, I used to be an accountant in Kenya, but now he has to be working at a gas station. $14 an hour. This is a few years ago. And the wife gets here and wow, there is something we called home health care. You go sit with an old woman, change her diaper when you have to, feed her, and then the rest of the time you just sit down. And she eventually realizes, wow, it's so easy. I can pull 18 hours a day and still do what I have to do, because apparently she can sleep at work sometimes when she's doing the night shift, and the husband stops seeing her at night a lot of times. But anyway, the husband is so tired because that one gas station job that is 8 hours a day completely takes him out. He is out of energy and he has to sleep. So he has no time to start wondering, why is my wife not here? Why am I not getting my conjugal rights? But as time goes by, the wife starts accumulating money. The man is working so hard and nothing is coming in. The man is trying to pay most of the bills because it's tradition. The lady is helping, yes, but she is making more and more and more. The children are starting to see the mother as a breadwinner. The children are starting to see the dad as a second breadwinner, and the guy who is always coming from work so tired and sleeping with them all night while mom is working. And then they keep on, and the mom gets to be loved by these Americans because she works so diligently. And they start referring her to other people to take care of other people. And the mom happens to be very entrepreneurial. She starts looking for other immigrants to help with the work, and she employs people, and she starts paying people to help her do the work that she's called for, as long as they do it in the quality that she's doing it. And here our mother is now becoming wealthier and wealthier, and our daddy here starts to get some kind of depression. And eventually our daddy here gets a little depressed, and he does not want to do so much at home. And the mom, now the wife, why is the house so untidy? I have to work all around the clock to take care of you guys and to even pay bills. And now the mom is even doing projects with the dad, with her dad in Kenya. And now the husband is like, uh-oh, what happened? I'm now the one changing the diapers. I'm now the one without enough money. I can't get an accounting job. They say I have to go back to school. And now my wife is acting up on me. Now she's acting like she's a man. And arguments ensue, and arguments become almost violent. And one day, in the middle of violence, not physical, of course. Physical will send the man to jail. He already knows that. And this verbal violence of to and fro, the wife sleeps out the words, I don't need you anyway. I don't need a man in my life. I had enough of you in Kenya, ruling my life and telling me what to do and staying at home, and you out there with your friends sometimes drinking and us staying at home. And now we're in America, baby. You can't do nothing to me. And the man is dumbfounded. To make the story short, it all leads to divorce. And the man ends up with a child support, 2 child supports. And the woman keeps on thriving and thriving and moves out with the children. And because she could afford a better lawyer, she ends up to having full custody. And eventually the man falls back, sleeping with other bachelors on couches and fighting for children that don't even like him anymore. And eventually the man retreats back to Kenya. The woman today is still thriving. The woman today is still taking care of the children without even the child support. This is not just one case. There are other cases where now the man is the one who comes and finds that it's so stressful, and he ends up being the bad one, and finds out there are so many women here who are willing to be kind of girlfriends even while he has a wife. And the wife discovers this man is running around with young women, and there we go. The woman decides, I do not need a man anyway. He is just hurting me so hard, so much. So there are many other ways that women have ended up deciding that they do not need a man in America. Now my question is it really true that women do not need men? I mean, big up to the single mothers who hold it down so well, and those actually who became single because of not their fault, but the man's fault. Big up to them, because some men run away from responsibility. Some men end up being crazy and end up being unfaithful. Some men end up being too busy for their wives and disappear. And you can never blame those single women, especially once left by the husband, end up being so successful. But then again, so successful in raising, in feeding, in educating. But when you're raising men, don't you need a man to show them how a man should become? Is it true success when women thrive without men? Do they really need us? Sometimes I actually, sincerely, I tend to think sometimes it's like they don't. But then when I think of the kids, I wonder, shouldn't we be there for our kids? Don't kids need both parents? I think they do, but sometimes things have to be the way they are. And I've realized that very few men end up staying with their children when they separate with the mother. And even if they do, they end up with another woman who takes care of the children. So, but the ladies, with or without another man, they still run the household and take care of the kids. The only thing that is not so sure is, are they going to become ladies and gentlemen who are whole? Because if the father figure is not there, then they will never be totally whole. For everything to grow holistically, they need a holistic life, and that includes the father. Well, have I answered the question? Do women really need men? Maybe the uncle can come and become the father figure. Maybe the next man can come and become the father figure. But then again, a lot of women out there end up with a man, and then they leave, and she has this kid with a man, gets another man, has another kid with a man. So these kids, one of them has a stepdad, the other one has a stepdad. So they have two dads. And then now, they not only have two dads, but maybe the grandparents are very, very responsible and want to be part of their children. So this child has grandparents from the dad and has grandparents from the mom. This other child has grandparents from the dad and from the mom, and then from the stepdad and from the stepmom on this other child. My goodness. And then the cycle goes on and on. And then another dad comes who maybe does not have kids with a mom, but now this is the third dad. And the kids end up wondering, wow, if they are men, they will be like, wow, so women can exchange men the way they want. You mean being a daddy? Your daddy can be anyone. Whoever appears in my life can be my daddy. And believe me, they might end up being the same, disrespecting women and creating more single mothers. And more single mothers adapting so fast to become single mothers who don't need men in their lives. And such is the culture in the Western world. But aren't we following the Western world in Africa? That is what we should stop. My friends, I will be moving to Africa in the next few months. I will share with you while I farm, while I raise my child, if the mother decides to come with us and to come, or to let me come with a child, and then we can work out our complicated relationship to and fro from Kenya to America. I don't know how that will go. You will see it as I share. You will see me build my farm from scratch. So let's walk this journey together in this channel. You will see me farming. You will see me put up the first stone on the foundation of the house that I will be living in. So I'm not going even to go live in a already built house. Not that I don't have a house, but I don't have a house that personally I can live in. There is a difference between commercial homes and a home. So I will take you with me straight to Taita Taveta, and we will build together. And I'll try to raise my family the best way possible in the village, hopefully. But for the time being, have I answered your question? Do they really need men? The answer is, I don't know. All I know is what I've told you. Let's meet at the comment section and give each other wisdom. But I hope you're planning to move back to Africa like I am planning. I hope your country in Africa is stable enough to sustain you and your business there, and to sustain you and your family there. Forgive my English, my accent. It's so African. I can't do anything about it. So that's why we need to go back to Africa, where our skin color is appreciated the best and the most, and nowhere else is better for a black man or woman apart from Africa. So, if your country is at war, I welcome you to Kenya. You can thrive there. If your country is not sustainable, it's not so stable, I welcome you to my country. You can live there. Many people from outside Kenya are living in Kenya, doing business, living a very good life. And they came with not a lot of money. You can never prepare enough, my friends. Just move eventually. Make sure you just have the mere basics. You know where you're going to live, and you have something to drive, and you know you have some food for the near future, maybe a year or so. And then maybe with a little capital, you can figure things out. I'm here to help. Join my WhatsApp group, Good People Society. It's on my description. And we can answer more questions there. Mr. Sam the Creative with Bananaland Media. See you in the next episode, and please like and subscribe.